here. Today I actually just wanted to bring you like a book haul. I recently picked up some books at my local Savers. I really like to buy used books or, take books out of the library, and I like to read, physical books still, excuse me. It's always nice to hold paper in your hand and flip through the pages and kind of lug a book around. And I'm a little older, so growing up, I didn't carry around a tablet or a Kindle or anything. It was books, so. But I also do have some digital books that I had picked up too. And I also like to pick up books I would have read in middle school or maybe the beginning of high school or something like that. Because it really takes my imagination, to a whole other world. So yeah, I'm just going to show you guys what I got. I picked up mostly kind of like scarier books. I love ghost stories. So I picked up, just trying to, I have like two of the same. These are called The Midnight Library. I got The Cat Lady and Endgame. Usually they're numbered. I don't see a number in the series, but I already read one of them, and it was actually pretty good. It wasn't as scary as maybe some other books. I remember growing up as a kid reading Goosebumps, I'd be like on the edge of my seat or, under my blankets at night, jumping at every bump. But the one I read was Endgame, and there's 3 stories in each book. Endgame has a story about video games. He's kind of like a spoiled rich kid, but he doesn't have a lot of friends. He loves to play video games. And the game, well, I'm not going to tell you much more, but it's about that. And then there's, always a twist at the end. There's another one about a little girl and another one about scary text messages. So these are a little bit more like modern. I wouldn't have probably come across these when I was younger. And I'm trying to think of what to tell you guys about these books. It's published by Scholastic. It's from 2006. And it's by Damian Graves. And there's a couple, I think, in the series, but those are the 2 I could find. And then there was a few other series I came across, but I ended up just getting one of each. This is another one that has 3 stories in it. Fright Time. This is actually number 1 in the series. I love to get book number 1, so you can kind of see where they started out. This was published in... Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. That's weird. I don't see like a date. So I'd say this is different authors. Yeah, this one, the first one is called Madman on Main Street by Elaine A. Kuhl. And then, let's see if I can find the other ones. The next one, or another one in the book. Yeah, the next one, It's Almost Dark by Jane Hellers. I'm sorry. I sound stupid. And then the last one, Scary Harry by Terry Patrick. I can pronounce that. The next 2 I got were Goosebumps books. I love Goosebumps books. I read them so much when I was younger, and I know I read Monster Blood. That's pretty common, but I don't remember this one, Attack of the Mutant. These will definitely be scary for me at night, so I'm very excited to read these. I haven't started yet. And of course, these are R.L. Stine. If you haven't read Goosebumps books, you don't know what you're missing. Haunted Teachers, True Ghost Stories by Alan Zulo. And it looks like there are like 7 stories in here. The Phantom Rider, Curse of the Egyptian Bone, The Ghastly Friend, Time of Death, Dead Man's Shadow, The Mysterious Tapper, and Heroine from the Beyond. So I think this probably has like others in the series too. A lot of times these books are like that. Oh, and I got most of these for 99 cents. 99 cents or actually 49 cents. None of them were any more than that. For all of them, it was about $5. This one's called Replica. The last... Sorry, this is my first book haul video, so I might not be remembering what I want to do each time. This one's 1995, Monster Blood. And... 1994 for Attack of the Mutant. Haunted Teachers, 1996. And then, oh, this is the one I couldn't find like a year on. Replica. This one kind of struck me as like a science-y kind of scary story, and I love science, so I figured I'd pick it up. There are more in this series too, quite a few, but the one I got was 13. I think this might have been the earliest one that I could find, because that's usually what I'll do if I can't find number 1, but because this is kind of a science mix, or at least that's what I think it is. I haven't looked at these since most of them since I bought them. Yeah, but anyway, or like science or mystery slash scary story. So I might have picked the one that just looked most interesting to me. And this says 2000. And it's by Marilyn Kay. Okay, I pronounced that right. This one struck me like as like a Winx Club kind of thing. Witch, Worlds Apart. I ended up reading the back of these because, again, I couldn't find number 1. This is 14, and I picked one that just kind of sounded like I could get into it, because some of these I'm not sure they're not what I would reach for first. So this is 2005 Disney, so I probably should have looked more into this book before I showed it to you. But this is about like witches slash fairies. The magic of friendship has transforming results. This one says the powerful, I know I haven't read the back of the other ones, but the powerful beings in Kandrakar have once again turned their attention to Will, Irma, Tyranny, Cornelia, and Halen. They are disturbed to see the group fighting and splintering under pressure. Taking it upon herself to punish the girls, Luba sets a trap that ends up going horribly wrong. With each girl trapped in a world of her own, there is no stopping Luba or the powerful being she has created. And there's actually like a comic in the front, which is kind of cool. I don't want to show you too much, but because I'm not sure how much I really can show. M.D. Spencer, Shivers. I think it's kind of like a Goosebumps sort of book, so I thought that would be a natural choice. There were more of these. This is number 2. And then I just grabbed these randomly. Dear Dumb Diary. They sounded really funny. Dear Dumb Diary, my pants are haunted. And Dear Dumb Diary, let's pretend this never happened. It just kind of sounds like my life in a nutshell, even now. So I thought that was just something I would adore. And the quick flip through, there's drawings, and it just looks like a lot of fun. So I'm excited about these books too. Um, 2004 for My Pants Are Haunted. And 2004 for Let's Pretend This Never Happened. Going back again, sorry, The Shivers book, 1996. And The Witch book. Did I tell you guys? I think I did. 2005 Disney. I think I told you all of them. So those are the physical books that I picked up. But I also do have a tablet, so I like to read regular paperbacks during the day where I'm sitting in a chair, relaxing, I've got a snack, whatever. But at night when I'm falling asleep, I usually like to turn on like the Kindle app, I guess. I don't like to pay for books or pay too much for books unless I'm trying to support like a new author or a friend or something like that. So usually the books I've gotten are free. So these, you know, pretty much anyone can download these if you have an iPhone or, an Android phone. I'm like tapping too fast. So if anyone does have, you know, like an iPhone or whatever, a lot of times you've seen books like this and like this. They all kind of have a similar cover. They're just different colors. Oh my god, I'm touching so much stuff. And the one thing I would say about books like that is that they can be kind of a hard read just because of the language used in the books. I don't know how well you can see all these. So I'll just kind of tell you what I have. 101 Best Jokes, that was free, and it's like a kid's book. Alice in Wonderland, or Alice Adventures in Wonderland, that's one of the... Let me read these differently. So 101 Best Jokes, a book called The Doll by J.C. Martin, fantasy and science fiction. Fantasy science fiction. Oh, that's like a magazine. Sorry. This book called Lily Lemon Blossom, which looks adorable. And as far as I know, there are pictures. For some reason, this is dark. So I don't know if you can see that. But that's a really cute kid's book, and that's a new author. Hilarious Jokes, Tongue Twisters for Kids, The Ugly Duckling, a story called The 13th Unicorn by W.D. Newman, which is right there. It's kind of hard to see the unicorn. No, there we go. And then the one I read last night, which was actually awesome, is Newfangled Fairy Tales, which is right there. And I definitely suggest picking this book up or just checking it out. It's a free sample, and it's like modernizing these classic fairy tales. The one that you get the sample of is Little Red Riding Hood. Little Bad Wolf and the Red Riding Hood by Timothy Tocher. Sorry about the reflection and stuff. And it's just almost like reversing what happens, reversing the roles, or it's a really cute spin on the fairy tales. And I read that last night. Usually I don't like to pay for books, but I think I am going to pay for the copy of this. There's another one called And So They Did, King Midas, Jill and the Beanstalk, The Prince and the Pea, The Real Story of Sleeping Beauty, The Obsolete Dragon, The Frog Princess, Rudy and the Prince, Goldilocks, and that's it. So really, really great. Definitely check it out. And let's see if that's it. And then I had gotten like a bunch of those kind of like remastered books. Alice in Wonderland, like 5 or 6 different versions of ghost stories, fairy tales every child should know, The Secret Garden, and then a frightful comedy of pirates. I love pirates. So that's all I've gotten right now, and this is my first book haul video, so I'm sorry if this is kind of all over the place. I didn't really know how else to film this other than turning the camera on me and holding up the books because it would be kind of awkward, and usually I'm unboxing toys so I can hold it right up to the camera, but you know, I don't know, it'd be awkward. So my questions for you, because I always have little questions at the end of my videos, is have you read any of these books? If so, did you like any of them? Are you reading a book right now? Do you like physical books? I love a stack of books. In fact, you guys are on a stack of books right now. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but yeah, there's a whole stack of books right there. So, books are awesome. I love books about science. What's your favorite kind of book? What's like your least favorite book you've ever read? Do you like to read in school? I really miss required reading because when you get a little bit older, you really have to find the time to do things like that, to sit down and read a book. So, where do you like to buy your books? I love to buy my books at Savers, 99 cents. Yay, that's awesome. Do you have a library card? Because you should. And do you have a library in your town? There's a lot of libraries that are in danger. We almost lost ours a few years ago, but we were able to keep it open, so that's great. Do you have maybe like a device? Do you like to read on a device? Do you have a Kindle or whatever? What are you reading on that? Tell me something. I love to hear about you guys' life. And as usual, comment, rate, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and happy reading.